Yes, we are delighted to be joined by Scotty Mollet. He created and runs the IBL Pro-Am here at Crossroads Community Church in Bedford, Indiana. And he owns the Indiana Shuckers, who are joining the ABA this season, the 24-25 season, which starts in October-ish. This year the Shuckers are going to be an exhibition team and a fill-in team, with the plan that next season they will be a full-time team in the ABA. Glad to have you here, Scotty. How are you doing this morning?
Pretty good. How are you guys?
Good. You're starting up the Indiana Shuckers, and we're wondering, what do you, as an owner and presumably a coach, or at least somewhat involved in coaching, what do you look for in players?
I was a recruiter for a college, so I look for a certain type of player. I'm old, of course.
So we're not. We're young and trim.
I offensively, UNLV, Loyola Marymount. I like to get up and down the court and score a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I like defense too, so I like Arkansas, Nolan Richardson style. Mm-hmm. I'm all about that. I want to score as many points as you can, but you got to play defense a little bit too.
Absolutely,
So, yeah.
and Jim and I have seen it in the ABA. We've been calling ABA to get games together for a while, and we've seen teams with high octane offenses but no defense, and they just can't keep up.
The Ohio Kings.
Yeah,
a lot of points.
Yes,
a lot of points.
Yes, and they had Cam Mitchell, and he just had an insane points per game average, and I believe he wound up playing down in Mexico. I don't know if he's back in the States or not. But yes, the teams that have a stout defense often are the ones that come out on top. So do you have your lineup already picked, or are you still looking for players?
We have a tentative roster, but we're always looking. We've got 15 people on roster to get the 12 for each game, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Predominantly, it's people that play in the league that we're looking for.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a couple that play for the Blue Demons. BBB has a couple.
I think Woodpeckers has at least one. Okay.
Yeah. Limestone Legends has one. Mm-hmm.
So they're kind of spread out through the IBL Pro-Am.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't want them to all play together on one team and just load up. So.
Right, yeah. I can understand that. So if an athlete is interested in trying out for the Indiana Shuckers or wearing a Shuckers uniform this year, how does that player go about doing that?
For this year, they can just get a hold of me on my cell number or my Instagram or anything like that. It's IBL Pro-Am. It's at IBL, I think, _Pro-Am.
Okay, yes.
My number's on there and all that.
Yep, and IBL has a website, iblproam.wordpress.com, and Scotty's information is on the website there too.
And we're always looking for height.
Okay, so you're not taking me on the team then. I'm a towering 5'8". Played a little center against elementary kids, but it still worked out great. Well, Scotty, we appreciate your time. Thank you very much for visiting with us, and we enjoyed hearing about the Shuckers.
I'll let you introduce James Dub Washington, who's the coach for the Indiana Kings, brand new ABA team, and let Eric ask him a few questions and tell us all about what he's got going on.
Yeah, it sounds great. Full disclosure, Minotaur Streaming is partnering with the Indiana Kings this season. As Jim said, the Kings are a new team based in Columbus, Indiana. And Coach Dub, it's great having you here.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. It was nice of you to come down to Bedford, take a look at some of these guys. And as you start to build your roster for the Kings, what kind of players are you looking for?
I'm looking for in-shape players. Players like to play defense. We want to push the floor, shooters, and big men. People like to rebound. So
when are you planning to have tryouts? Or if a player is interested in playing for you, Coach Washington, how does that player contact you?
We're looking to have tryouts either July 28th or August 3rd, but you can check our Instagram page, Indiana Kings Basketball, or Gmail. You can email us, indianakings1983@gmail.com.
Okay. And how many guys are you looking for?
I have an open roster, so I'm looking for a full 14.
Okay. ABA teams can have 12 guys active on a game day plus a celebrity player. They generally carry one or two more, just in the event of injury, illness, somebody's out of town or whatnot. But so you're wide open at this point.
Correct.
All right. Where in Columbus are you going to have tryouts?
I'm going to have tryouts at Circle K Fieldhouse.
Okay.
And then we'll post that as well. So if you're interested, also I'll get my phone number out. Hopefully I don't get blown up too much. You can also call or text me at 317-746-8841.
All right. The whole world has heard your phone number, and expect the calls to come raining in now.
I'm ready for it.
Circle K Fieldhouse, is that an old building that's been restored, or is it a new facility? Tell me more about the Fieldhouse.
It's a new facility. It just got built this past year. So people are like, I want to say it was an old mall. So first when you walk in, it looks like a mall, then it turns into the Fieldhouse. It's a beautiful facility.
Oh, very nice. I heard through the grapevine from Billy Chandler that it's one of the nicest courts he's ever played on. So that should be great for the Indiana Kings to have such a nice facility to host games. Who else is on your coaching staff? Are you just doing all the coaching, or are there other people?
Well, I know I can't do it by myself. I told Billy last night he's our new assistant coach and a new assistant GM.
Oh.
Also, we're looking for more coaches, but I hired Billy last night. He's very excited about it.
Very nice. Billy Chandler, for those who don't know, was an original Indiana Lion. He was on the inaugural roster for the Indiana Lions. They were based in Danville, Indiana. And he played, I want to say 2 or 3 seasons. I don't remember off the top of my head. Went on to play for the Midwest Guardians in the ABA. And now it sounds like he's going to be coaching on your team.
Yes, sir. Yes, he is.
Is he going to throw on a Kings uniform and show us how it's done?
You might see him as a 13th man one game. You might see it the first game. You might see it the last. You might see him out there.
Yep. And of all the coincidences, I think your first regular season game coach is on the road against the Indiana Lions.
Yes, October 20th, we're playing Indiana Lions.
So, yeah, Billy will be making his coaching debut in his old stomping grounds as Ringler slams it home. Well, that's exciting. What other plans do you have for the Indiana Kings? We talked to you, 2 or 3 nights ago, and you're also involved in women's basketball, are you not?
Correct. I have a team called the Indianapolis Royals. Also, I'm starting a new women's league called the New Vision Women's Basketball Circuit. That'll take place in 2025. I also have preseason games. So before the Kings game, you'll see some of the teams in our league.
Very nice. The Woodpeckers have prevailed 104-93, but we're not done talking to Coach Washington yet. So we'll keep it here for a couple more minutes. So the ladies who might want to play for the Indianapolis Royals, they contact you the same way, or is there a different coach for the Royals?
Look at us on Instagram, Indianapolis Royals. Also, the new league I'm starting up is called New Vision Women's Basketball Circuit. And on Instagram, is NWBC. You'll see that. And also the same phone number.
Okay. And I believe on Facebook, the league has the same, we were just slinging big words around earlier. The abbreviation.
Same abbreviation.
Yeah.
NWBC.
See, Jim and I, earlier in the broadcast, we were throwing around big words, and now I've used up my entire vocabulary, and I can't think of the most basic words. So late July, early August is when you plan to have tryouts.
Correct.
What's the general concept for the tryouts? Going to do just kind of an open practice, or are you going to run some drills? Or
basically, I would say keyword, be in shape. Be in shape.
Okay.
Everything will be full court. Some tryouts you have like half court stuff. We're doing all full court stuff, pushing the ball, see if you can shoot, dribble and pass. Based on know if you got the fundamentals, or you're a team player. And also, are you a winner? If you got a bad attitude, we don't need you. If you got a good attitude, we want you.
Absolutely. I love hearing you say that. All right. Anything else you want to tell us about the Indiana Kings before we take a break?
My new favorite saying, we're your new favorite basketball team.
There you go. Indiana Kings folks out of Columbus, Indiana, providing another ABA opportunity. We talked to the Indiana Shuckers coach earlier this morning, and we're going to try to wrestle the Hoosier State Instigators coach over here later in this afternoon. So thank you, Coach Deb, for stopping by, and we appreciate your time and your insight, and we look forward to watching the Indiana Kings.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you. We are hoping to snag the new head coach of the Hoosier State Instigators, Jill Dobbs. She is in the building. We asked a member of the Instigators staff to send her our way. They just wrapped up a game. They have a game's break, and then they play again. So hopefully we can talk to her and learn about the Instigator. And the lady we think is head coach Jill Dobbs for the Hoosier State Instigators is downstairs watching this one. I don't know if the message didn't get through to her or if she has listened to us and said, these guys are idiots. I'm not talking to them.
Hell no.
But at any rate, we'll fill in some of the blanks that we would have asked Coach Dobbs. Hoosier State Instigators are based in Fishers, Indiana, and they are holding tryouts on July 23rd at 7 p.m. at their new arena in Fishers, and the name of it completely escapes my brain. But if you look up Hoosier State Instigators on Instagram or Facebook, and they probably have other social media that I'm not aware of.
Nice reverse layup.
You can find all the information about the Hoosier State Instigators tryouts. Three-pointer up and good by BBB. That gives them a little bit of breathing room. Jim and I are very familiar with the Hoosier State Instigators. We used to volunteer for the Indiana Lions, and there are a lot of former Indiana Lions playing for the Instigators. Mm-hmm. And then there are other athletes like Chuck Bloom and JoJo Hart that we have seen multiple times over the years in the ABA. So we're familiar with them, big fans of what they're doing. And they had their inaugural season last year and even secured a playoff win and everything. So they're doing good things in Fishers, and I'm sure they're looking to deepen their bench or their roster, not necessarily their bench. BBB now up by 9. So look them up. We also put a graphic up on Minotaur Streaming's Facebook and Instagram with tryout information for the Instigators, the Indiana Lions, who are in Danville, Indiana, just west of Indianapolis, and Indiana Legends, who are in Newcastle, northeast of Indianapolis. And just as soon as Coach Dub tells us when the Indiana Kings are going to hold tryouts, we will get that posted as well. So athletes, if you are looking for opportunity in the ABA, you've got 4 options here, plus the Indiana Shuckers, based right here in Bedford, who will be an exhibition and fill-in team in this ABA season.
Yeah, so there getting to be plenty of opportunities for guys who have some talent and want to extend their careers a little bit and play some ball. Yeah, it's hard to lose that competitive spirit,
right,
once you get out of college and start a career and a family and things like that. But most of these guys are all, all have day jobs and play ball on the weekends. That's when the majority of the very rarely will you have games throughout the week. Mm-hmm. I think Lions had one with the Japanese team that came over and the
Shizuoka Gym Rats.
Shizuoka Gym Rats, came over and had 3 guys. They wanted 2 big men. No kidding. Doesn't everybody want 2 big men?